What's going on, fam? Can you guys see me and hear me? If I told y'all what I was doing and why I'm a few minutes late, y'all would not believe me. So, what's going on, fam? Happy Sunday. Today's Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday. All day today. It's been quite an eventful Sunday, by the way. Hi, Maddie. Hi, Annie. So we're going to tap in. We're kind of just going to get into the cards. As you guys can see, I literally pulled out the big boys for today. Literally the big boys. This is the Alchemical Tarot. Alchemical Visions Tarot. If you want to get technical, this is the way the box looks. And these are the cards. I hope everyone had a good day so far. I hope everyone's preparing for tomorrow. The last week of October. That's not crazy, though. That's not crazy. Like, we about to be in November. We about to start getting ready to make them pasteles, you heard? Pasteles season is upon us. Pasteles, fucking coquito. As you guys can see, there's no title for today's reading. I'm probably gonna title it after the fact, depending on how the reading goes. We're just gonna pull some cards and kind of tap in. I actually didn't get to film for the members right before this live because, like I said, I was doing some unbelievable shit a few minutes ago. So I'll probably record after I finish here because I'm gonna have some time. I gotta be out today by 5, so I think I'm gonna have some time. So a few more shuffles and we're gonna get right into these big boys right here. We're going to use the Alchemical Tarot and we're going to use the Oracle. We're going to mix it up. We're going to spice it up today. There's somebody here who feels, there's somebody here who quite literally messed something up on purpose. If this is romantic, because that's the way the cards is kind of coming off. If this is romantic, this is somebody who sabotaged it literally says, I sabotaged our connection because it was too intense. We've said this before. When people tell you like you're too much, it's simply because they're not enough. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the... They ain't got it. They ain't got the big boy, big girl tools to sit at your table, to rock with you. They're not on the same frequency. They're not on the same vibe. They can't stand the heat. They need to stay out the kitchen. That's definitely the vibe. I got the Knight of Swords, which is the big card that we pulled out. And then we have You Deserve Better. And I sabotaged the connection because it was too intense. Queen of Wands. I think somebody may have had too much confidence. I think someone, if this is you, collective, someone you were dealing with, whether this is romantically, whether this is a friendship, whether this is something that's pertaining to work, you were too confident. It's almost like they sought after you. They kind of chased after you. They kind of pursued you because of this. Because it almost gives the energy of like the same reason why they wanted you to begin with is ultimately going to be the same exact reason why they can't keep up with you. It's ultimately going to be the same. It's like somebody wants to be with you because they like, oh, this person is so raw. They keep it so real. They so authentic. They genuinely them. And they want to be part of that. They want to be down so bad. They want to be down so bad. The thing is, collective, that they can't keep up. This is somebody who tells themselves a lot of lies. This is somebody who probably even fed themselves a narrative that they want you because you match their fly. But in reality, they don't possess the shit that you possess. They don't operate from the same frequency that you operate from, collective. They don't maneuver the way that you do. They don't move the way you do. Their integrity is not intact. They can say it, because this would be somebody who can speak a good game. We've been talking about this for the last few weeks. I've said it multiple times on this platform in the last few weeks alone. Somebody can only keep up but for so long. They can only keep up the charade but for so long. They can only keep the mask on for so long. That's why I say no matter how long you with somebody, whether you're in a friendship dynamic with them or a romantic partnership, they can keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, quote unquote. It's typically between 3 and 5 months. That's Google it. Do your own research. Like, I know y'all think I'll be down here talking shit, but I promise you, the average person can only go but for so long pretending to do, to be, to, portraying something that they're not. Once we rock into that 3.5 month mark around that area, it's whether they just give it up, whether they're just over it, whether they just don't have the capacity anymore to keep it going, whether they're just comfortable at that point that they feel like, I reeled them in this far in, I could start, balls to the wall. At this point, I don't know. It's going to be different for everyone, right? The point is that around that time is when the masks start falling, the masks start coming off. And so essentially with the Queen of Wands, what that tells me is that the same reason that they pursued you is ultimately going to be the same reason why they end up leaving you or why you end up leaving them. I also want to throw this out there, especially because it's the Queen of Wands, because a lot of readers most times read the Queen of Wands as another woman. So like a third party, whether it's a woman or a man, it's going to be different for everyone. It doesn't even matter. It's just the energy that we're talking about. The same way you get them is the same way you're going to lose them. I feel like we're all old enough here to where we have definitely heard that before, at least once. And so romantically, if you get with somebody while they're with somebody else, how do you think you're going to lose them? And the fact that you don't think you're going to lose them? No? Okay. Let me know how that works out for you. Feel me? So it's kind of the same concept, you know? All right, let's pull something for the Queen of Wands. For every card that I get from the Alchemical Tarot, I'm going to pull whatever comes out, whether it's 1 card, 3 cards, 10 cards, we'll read it from the Oracle. Because I don't want to stay on like one energy. I kind of want to, you know what I mean? Well, I feel like it was more than one. For the Queen of Wands, the card came out, I want to treat you the way you deserve. It's interesting because it's almost... I'm going to read this both ways. So there's somebody here who's telling a Queen of Wands energy, I want to be able to treat you a way that I know you deserve to be treated. The thing is, and that tickles me a little bit. It don't trigger me, but it tickles me a little bit because I've had someone tell me, like, I just want to be happy. Bruh, so why you not happy? Why not? If you just want to do it so bad, why you not doing it? You know what I mean? So when they say, I want to treat you the way you deserve, so why aren't you treating me the way I deserve? You want to, so what the fuck is stopping you? Right? It's interesting though, because the way that they're showing, because I'm hearing that, but the way I'm reading this though, somebody may have a long history of playing like the back and forth mouse and cat game with their partners or with the people that they date, that they see, that they casually have sex with. Somebody's used to doing that cat and mouse. Somebody's used to being in and out. Somebody's used to being wishy-washy. Somebody's used to doing the fuckery when they're involved romantically with someone. The thing is, I think once they met this Queen of Wands, or once the Queen of Wands gets introduced to their little spiel, I don't think someone's going to be able to keep up with their own shit any longer, because it almost comes off as the Queen of Wands is the one saying, I want to treat you the way you deserve. You ever hear somebody say, one of my girls, I've seen a meme that said this before and I've read this before, but one of my girls actually just made a post, like I think it was yesterday, on Instagram, and she was like, good morning to all mi gente, my good-hearted, genuine people, and to those of y'all who are assholes, I hope you have the day you deserve, type of thing. So I'm kind of getting the energy of the Queen of Wands, who's like, I'm trying to like stay in my feminine. I'm trying to very much stay in my zen, and I don't want to accrue no negative karma, definitely. However, I'm definitely on the coast of like, push me one more time. Push me one more time, because I'm so itching to give you the thing that you deserve, the karma that you deserve. I'm so itching to do you how you thought you was gonna do me. And I just, it's almost like a kid on Christmas morning, like I cannot wait to get my hands on them gifts. Like that's the energy that the Queen of Wands is giving me. Because the Queen of Wands is like, fam, the shit that you thought you was gonna do to me, or that you tried to do to me, if I even attempted to do it back, we immediately, expeditiously would not be equal. I promise you. I feel like the Queen of Wands is being tempted. She's being tempted. Handle shit the old way you would have handled shit, or handle shit the new way, the new and improved way, the grown way. But I feel like the Queen of Wands is like, I got it in me to be petty one more time. I got it in me. So push me one more time, because I promise you, it's not going to end well for you, fam. It's not. It's not. I kind of want to... I don't know why. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this up, because I kind of want to put them in a way where I can tell what came out with what. I don't know why that is, but here we are. Oh, 2 of Wands. I almost feel like I'm spinning the wheel, like the Wheel of Fortune or the Jeopardy wheel. Like, let's see. What does the Queen of Wands decide? You know what I mean? Like, I feel... Lord. Somebody is undecisive. Somebody's undecisive. Somebody isn't sure. These messages could be connected, by the way, or they could be totally different situations. So just take it however it resonates. Two of Wands, and then every time I want to reach out, but I don't know how. And every time my phone rings, I hope it's you. Somebody could be on the fence here. Somebody's like, I don't know if I should say something. Somebody's ego too, because it is fire energy. Somebody's ego has them kind of like waiting to see, like, I'm itching to like test the waters, but I don't really know what type of time this is going to be on. And so somebody's ego is hoping that you would reach out first, or waiting for you to reach out first. It's funny because I don't know if this is collective that's in this position, or collective is the other energy, because the other energy is making me feel like you're going to be waiting a long time. You're going to be waiting a real long time if you're waiting for me to hit you up. But I also feel like the person who wants to reach out, I think that because my thing is this, why would you be hesitating to reach out? Why would you be confused if someone would want to hear from you or not? The only way that that would be the case is if you was the one that was fucked up in the situation. Whether it's a friendship, somebody knows they're wrong. Somebody knows they're wrong. Somebody knows they were wrong, they are wrong. Somebody knows they're living fucked up. Somebody knows that something that they did, what they said was fucked up. They burned this bridge, but I feel like it was a baby fire. I don't know why they're telling me that, but it feels like it was, because I think somebody's trying to make it seem like it wasn't that big of a deal. This can be reconstructed. This can be rehashed. Like, but if you feel like that so adamantly, why not take the first step to repair it, since you're the one that broke it? It's someone's ego. Someone's ego is like, someone's ego is stopping them, because the Two of Wands would be somebody making a decision. Like, I'm just going to say something, because what's the worst that could happen? Right? That's the Two of Wands. The thing is that I think every time somebody feels like, I'm just going to do it, is their ego is like, you sure you want to do that? You sure you want to do that? Because you know, it's about to go all the way left. So do you got the capacity to even rectify that? Or you want to just sit here and keep twiddling your little dingling? What you want to do? Feel me? Queen of Swords. You know that if you reach out, you better come correct. Especially when you come into the Queen of Swords. Especially when you come in for the Queen of Swords. Somebody feels a way. I don't know if this is upset. It may not be upset, particularly upset, but somebody feels a way because, and whether the Queen of Swords is a male, whether the Queen of Wands is a male, it's just the energy, right? And so someone's operating highly from ego with the Queen of Wands energy, but then someone else is operating and has probably been operating, because they're showing in the Queen of Swords card, there's mad heads. Literally, there's mad heads. See that? And so the Queen of Wands is operating on intellect. He or she is operating from a space of, it's black and white. This is right, this is wrong, period. This don't got nothing to do with ego. This don't got nothing to do with none of that extra shit. This is, what you did was fucked up. What I did in response to that, even more fucked up. I'll take that. But I would have not done that had you not done that. And do it again. See if I don't do it again 10 times worse. The Queen of Swords is not backing down. And the thing is that the Queen of Wands doesn't back down either, that energy. So I feel like this is like two hard-headed motherfuckers. Like, they keep clashing. This could even be two men. If this is at work, especially. Or love, whatever. You know what I mean? Either way, the point is that this is two energies that keep butting heads. They're going to keep butting heads. The longer somebody's operating from their ego, they're going to keep butting heads. Charlotte's literally knocking at the door. That she's not screaming at me, so let me be nice. Hold on. You knock on the door and then you look at me like you surprised that I'm letting you out. Cooperate or you stay inside. Come on, you're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Bookie. Oh, you giving me rubbies? Alright, but walk faster. I gotta get back. My goodness, my goodness. You wanna see you? You're fine, dear. My bad, guys. No te luce, nena. No te luce. Go up. I don't want you on the bottom. Go up. See what happens when you give them a inch? Come on. So go up here. And that's your last resort, or you're going back inside. Play with me if you want to. Sit down. Yo. Give him an inch, they said. Give him an inch, said no one ever. What I was talking about, Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords, I was going like this. Right? Yeah, I was going like this. I hear it, yes. She's looking at me like, you don't hear that? I hear it. We have another set of little kittens in the yard. And she's tweaking because she's like, because there's one of them that's like close by our thing. And I know she hears it meowing. Anyway, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. This energy is going to keep clashing. You're going to keep clashing. You're going to keep going head to head. Somebody needs to drop their ego. And I don't want to be biased because it's clearly the Queen of Wands. I don't want to be biased, but like I just said, it's clearly the Queen of Wands. Like it's the Queen of Wands is the one that operates from ego, if any other of the other queens. Because like I said, the Queen of Swords is operating cerebrally. I don't even know if that's a word. I think it's a word. Y'all know what I mean, though. Y'all know what I mean. I didn't pull Oracle for the Queen of Swords. I fantasize about you for the Queen of Swords, and then I'm on my way to you. The distance between us kills me as I'm breaking the deck. It's interesting to get that I fantasize about you card for the Queen of Swords because I said this before. Somebody, I don't know if romanticize is the right way to put this, but somebody, like, they romanticize the idea of you. But I don't think that they have the capacity. They don't even think really that they have the capacity to handle you. That could also be what keeps them away. It's like the level that you on, or the way that you operate, or the way that you handle things, like your disposition, your posture, your demeanor, your integrity, like the levels that you hit. Somebody wants that. Somebody, and it's not just that they crave that as like a partner, like assets in a partner. Somebody craves that for their own life. Somebody they aspire to be on the same level. Like the way your integrity will keep you from doing things that most people would want to do. The way things, it's like somebody telling you, I'll pay you $500,000 to discriminate against somebody because they're black. I'll pay you $500,000 to do that. I'll pay you $500,000 every 6 months for the rest of your life if you discriminate or like say some racial slurs towards someone who's black just for 5 minutes. $500,000 every 6 months for the rest of your life. And somebody with integrity is like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? They won't do it. The average person, no matter what race they are, would at the very least consider a payout. You know what I'm saying? Most people would take the opportunity, because why the fuck not? You know? But there are some where your integrity won't even have you playing that game. Like, you won't even consider doing some shit like that. It's your integrity that got you, that's like, oh. So somebody here, and that's just an example, right? But somebody here is like, they see the level that you on, and they want that. It's not, and like I said, it's not just that they want this in a partner. They want that. They want to be, the level of discipline that you have, the level of self-awareness that you have, the level of conflict resolution, the way that people come to you to solve their problems or to help them at the very least, the way people depend on you, the way people respect you, the respect that you have even for yourself. Did I say the discipline? Because that's very heavy here too. There's an energy here where somebody, it's not just that they want the attributes and the assets and the characteristics that you displace, that you display. They want it even for themselves. They want to operate from those levels. So when we get the I fantasize about you card, I mean, if we're looking at it surface level, somebody, they're fantasizing about you, right? Cool. But this is somebody who's like, somebody's literally like fantasizing about like what life would be like if they were like you, if they operated like you. Because if they operated the way you operate, then they would be able to be in your space and in your corner with no question. The thing is that when reality brings them back, there's a heavy realization of, I would love to have it. I would love to have collective. I would love to be in their space. I would love to be their partner. I would love to be their ace. Somebody's specifically saying that. But I don't really got what it takes. Like, I could pretend for a little while, but the reality will hit sooner than later. That's just how it goes, you know? That's just how it plays out. I also want to say this. Somebody makes something look really easy. And I don't know if this is just spirit bringing this message in, or if this is something that someone has actually thought to themselves. Somebody may have tried to do something that you've done. Somebody tried to do something that you have already done. And they thought to themselves, I can't do this shit. And collective made this shit look easy, because this shit is harder than I thought. But when I was watching collective do it, it looked easy as fuck. There's actually a friend, because this feels mad specific. There's a friend or a person that you used to speak to. The thing is this, I don't feel like you speak to them still, but I don't feel like, first of all, I don't feel like this is romantic. I don't think that this is somebody that you speak to still, but I feel like, I don't think you look at them as an enemy. And so I'm going to use the friend like loosely. Like, I think this is someone that you were friends with, that you did speak to. I just feel like either you've separated yourself, you know, for whatever reason. Maybe because you saw some shit. Maybe you saw some things that didn't fit, again, your integrity, your discipline, whatever. And you decided, I can't rock with that. If this is how I am and this is how I operate, it would not be conducive for me to operate or to function with somebody who is operating this way. It just doesn't coincide. And so there's two people that are no longer in contact, that are no longer, I don't want to say no longer friends, because I genuinely, wholeheartedly feel like at the very least, one of these people doesn't consider the other person an enemy. Somebody just needed to take space, you know? And at the end of the day, I do feel like somebody has a lot of respect. Whether they admit it or not, there's a lot of respect here for someone. Whether this is a mutual thing, there's mutual respect, you just have to go your separate ways, or somebody at the very least respects the other person. Either way, somebody's trying to do something. And it literally feels like they watched you even build this, if it's a business, or they asked all the right questions. They saw how you were doing something. They saw the way you structured something. Somebody literally has taken your blueprint And they're either losing their sanity because they're having trouble incorporating this in their day-to-day. They can't do it. And I don't think that they can't do it. And it's funny because I don't know if they're going to come to you and tell you, yo, I don't know how the fuck you did that. Because I tried to do it and it wasn't working. They either going to tell you this because we did see the Knight of Swords, or someone's going to tell you, or they're going to tell you this and you're going to respond. I don't know. For some of you, someone's going to respond and tell you, or you're going to tell someone. It's not that you can't do it. It's just you're trying to do it how I did it. Do it how you would do it. You're trying to incorporate it in your life, the way that I made it fit in mine. To the capacity that I did it in my life. But we don't have the same life. Do it your way. Do it to incorporate your shit. And it may just work. You may actually... I also feel like... Because for a second there, I can't lie to you. For a second there, I felt a little bit like somebody was cramping your shit. Somebody was taking your shit. Somebody was copying you, right? Essentially, that's what it is. They did it behind your back. They did it without you knowing. They did it without you even realizing that that's what they were trying to do. Or the intent was they were trying to hide and act like... The thing is, I feel like whoever the person is that's being copied, I think this person is going to feel real small. Real dumb, even. Like, this person is going to be embarrassed. Ashamed. Because I think that this person was doing it to try to be better. Excuse me. Or to try to outshine you. Or to try to outdo you. In some way. And I feel like... I think that they intended for you to respond the way they would respond if someone did this to them. So I think that they were waiting for you to lash out, for you to be upset, for you to do the thing that they would have done. And I think you do the complete opposite. Like I said, the response from someone is... It's crazy because somebody's trying to steal your style. Somebody's trying to steal your business. Somebody's trying to like steal something, mimic you, copy you, however you put it, right? Somebody's trying to do that. And instead of you being like, ew, fuck you, I'm not going to give you the secret ingredient. You're trying to take my recipe. You feel me? The person that's being stolen from, or the person that's being like trying to, you know, something is being taken from them. They're actually giving this person ways and insight on how to do it in their own way. Like, they're trying to help you. Or you are trying to help someone instead of looking at them like, ew, you trying to copy me? You know what I mean? Like, instead of doing that, somebody's so fucking humble. And he's not even just humble. I think somebody is grown. And so they're not worried like, oh, you trying to copy me. No, it's... Yo, you trying to do it? Listen, I'm only one person. Now, there's no way I can help 1,000,008 people. I mean, not on a day-to-day. And so if you trying to do what I've been doing, cool. Like, you should have fucking told me. I could tell you this and this and this shortcut, this and this. Like, someone's like, yo, take some of the pie. Sharing is caring. I just think that someone's surprised by that response. Someone's surprised by that response. I also want to say that this also triggers a lot of resentment. Or it could trigger a lot of resentment. Because somebody definitely was expecting for you to act the whole other way. And by you not acting that way, it only validates for this person some more that they're nothing like you. And they got a long way to go. Long way to go. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. The first thing I thought to myself was camaraderie. someone has a group of people. Someone has a group of people that, whether you deal with them on a day-to-day, whether you have a group of people that you deal with on a day-to-day, or this is people that maybe watch you, social media, at work, whatever, right? It's people that are learning from you. It's people that are looking up to you in a way. It's people that are taking notes from the things that you're doing. And it feels like you don't even realize. It feels like you don't even realize how much you're affecting people, how much you're influencing people, how much you are. I think your energy or something that you're doing validates people. It brings them a sense of importance, or a sense, like you could even be a teacher. I could be talking to a teacher. Somebody is teaching, whether you're a literal teacher or you're teaching people how to like hone back into their true essence, or it's something of, it's impactful. It's impactful. It's something that you're doing. And I don't think that you are being very, it's not that you're not being mindful, because I think you are being mindful. I just think that you're being selective in what you're paying mind to, if that makes sense. It's like, I don't even think you're doing things to influence people. I just think you're doing you, and people are seeing it and they're being influenced. That's a big difference. I don't think you come to social media every day with the intent to teach people something. You come every day and you do whatever it is you're doing, social media, at work, at home, whatever. Other people are, because even at the very basic scale, this could be something that's taking place with your children. Something that you're doing, or the things that you're doing in general, your kids are paying extra attention. Somebody is very intrigued by you. Somebody is very intrigued by you, because so the first card that we got for the oracle for the 10 of Cups is, your energy is intoxicating and it's pulling me in. Somebody's very drawn to you. Somebody's very what's the word I feel like I said it. Intrigued. I can't not watch. This is also, if this is like adult shit, especially if this is like social media or at work somehow, it's people that cannot stand you because you're you, but they will not watch. Make that make sense? I don't know. But there is definitely, because intoxicating, the word intoxicating makes me feel like whoever this is, they don't want you to know that they feel this way. They don't want you to know that you have this effect on them. This isn't like, because even if there are people that are telling you, yo, I admire you. I admire what you're doing. I'm learning a lot from what you're doing. I feel like that comes with this. When you're genuine, you get that genuine response back. But I feel like the more genuine you are, it's like when Biggie said, more money, more problems. Like the bigger you are, the more hate you're going to get. The bigger the impact you're going to have. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it comes with the territory. Hey! Oh, you going inside. My bad. Give me 1 second. Get your ass inside right now. How dare you do that? No, that's not girl? Inside is that way. How you trying to play me and go under the table like I wasn't going to see you? Go. You're going inside. And then she looks at me with the attitude. You see this is a shit? Arguing with a cat is crazy, but I'll be doing it every day. Go. Get your ass inside. And then she walks in with an attitude. Yo. Yo. It comes with, something comes with the territory, man. It comes with the territory. I also feel like whoever is doing this, I don't think they realize just how much they're influencing other people, or how much they're influenced how much they've influenced other people. Because for some reason, they want me to say it like if it's something that's been happening. It's not. It could be currently happening, but it's like it's been happening, is what it feels like for me. Um, there's quite a few people here who have fallen out, whether this is romantic, whether this is a friend group, somebody at work, I don't know. But there's people who are trying to get other people to not fuck with you. And I low-key feel like we got this message kind of recently. It's here again on the table. It literally says, I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. So somebody stops fucking with you because of what other people are telling them. The thing is, for this card to come out, somebody is very aware of the fact that they have been manipulated. Like people, that's first of all, this would be somebody that you wouldn't even want on your team, okay? Because this would be somebody who's weak, somebody who's easily influenced. It's like, don't ever come to me and tell me the shit that people told you about me. Don't do that. If you come to me with some shit and you're gonna start opening your mouth and telling me about something that someone told you about me, once you finish talking, the only thing, not the first thing, the only thing I'm going to ask you is why the fuck they felt so comfortable telling you this. Whether it was true or not, what they told you. Because you know what I'm saying? For me personally, I'm not an angel, bro. Some people will tell you I'm the best person they ever came across. And some people are going to tell you I'm the biggest demon they ever laid their hands on. Promise you that. And they all true. But why? Why did these people that wanted to congregate with and build a fucking group against me, why do these people come to you? What is it that you were saying? What is it that you was doing? What groups you was in that made them feel comfortable like you would even believe them? Because especially if you easily manipulated by somebody who got something negative to say about me, I definitely don't want you on my team. Because you're the weakest link at that point. So you could stay where you at. You feel me? But this is literally somebody telling you this. Somebody's going to literally tell you, like, I believed them when they told me X, Y, and Z. Well, you believe them because you're dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if somebody tells you, yo, Liz, bro, I was fucking with her, like I was joking with her, and she took it to the extreme. If that makes you feel like not to fuck with me, you might want to do that. That might be in your best interest. Because a real one is going to be like, well, why was you fucking with her? I'm not going to stop fucking with her because I wouldn't mess with her in that way. I wouldn't play in her face. So the way she attacked you, the way she came for you, the way she put you down in a corner, that's never going to happen with me and her because I'm never going to do what you did. The same way she would never disrespect me, I would never disrespect her. And so I'm not worried. You feel me? A real one would answer like that. A fake one, a fraudulent one, is going to be easily manipulated. So somebody's going to tell you, and maybe I'm using myself as an example because the person that comes to you and tells you something like this, I feel like it's going to hurt you. Whether you admit it or not, I feel like it's going to hurt you because I think whoever this person is somebody that at one point you made them important in your life. You made them, not they were. You made them important in your life. You put them on a pedestal. You said this was your best friend. You said this was somebody you would have taken a bullet for. You said this was the person that you would never fall out with. And then something happened and y'all fell out. And I don't know that you probably don't even know why. This could even be a family member because the 10 of Cups, this is coming out with the 10 of Cups. So this could even be a family member. Either way, Spirit is telling you, you have the opportunity of taking them back. Trusting them, if this is romantic or not, whatever, right? You have the opportunity of doing that. But it would be dumb for you to... I'm me, the reader. I'm saying this would be dumb for you to do that. Because especially if this is somebody you put on a pedestal, if you love them enough, or if they loved you enough, if they was really real, if they was really important and valid in your life, then they would have knew you better than to let anybody persuade them, left or right, about you. So do you have the option to take them back in, to put them back in your corner? Yeah. But be prepared with whatever comes with that. And don't be fooled. Don't allow yourself to play the fool and act like things are going to go back to the way it was, or things will not blow up again. This person already showed their ass. They already showed their level of loyalty. They already showed their level of comprehension. Like, they already showed their ass. Someone's gonna... there could be people who work together, like literally work together, and they're family, or they're like really close friends. I'm a big, firm believer. I'm the first person to show up and help people and put people on every day. That's what I do every day. Put people on every day. However, I'm a firm believer in not plugging people in places where you work. Like, I'm never, and even like people who have, like, I know mad people who are like cops, right? For example, perfect example. I know mad people who are cops, right? And I don't know about other states and shit, but in New York City, the cops in New York City, they have something called PBA card. It's a little badge. It's like that. It looks like a toy. But that PBA card is a get out of jail free card, essentially. Basically what it is like, if you get caught eating a light, or if you get caught running a stop sign, or if you get stopped for whatever reason, something that would probe you to get locked up, or something that would probe you to like get a fucking ticket, an infraction of some sort. If once you pull out that PBA card, the cops automatically, like, they'll let you go. It's essentially, NYPD is the biggest gang, okay? We're not even gonna go there, but essentially the PBA card, that's what that is. It's a fucking get out of jail free card. So I'm saying, I know mad cops. I have family members that are police officers. I digress, but I never in my whole life, and would never fixed myself to ask them for a PBA card. I've had a few of them tell me like, yo, you want one? And I laugh like, what? No. And I say it all the time. I've even said it to their faces. Like, first of all, I don't do dumb shit, so I don't need the PBA card. If in fact I was ever in a position where I was about to get locked up, a PBA card would not be able to help me, because it would be for some shit like bigger than the PBA card. So no, I don't need the PBA card. Now I'm saying this because I've been in mad conversations. Like, I've been in a situation in particular that comes to mind that made me even bring this up, where there was two family members of mine that were like going back and forth because the PBA card needed to be reinstated or renewed or whatever the case was. And my name was brought in because, you know, one of the family members was like, oh, but you didn't even blah, 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 whatever, which they were super entitled, because obviously as a police officer, you know, you don't have to give these shits out, right? To your family members. I think each cop gets like 1 or 2 or some shit like that. I don't know. But my name got brought up because it was the cop was like, bro, like, you beasting, and every fucking 2 weeks you got some shit going on, but like, I would rather give it to A, because A don't even fucking, like, she never even asked me for one, which is why I said, like, I would never ask for one. I don't need one. And in the event where I would need to get out of jail free card, the PPA card would not work for me. You feel me? But I'm saying that because, first of all, the entitlement, right? That comes up in this message. The entitlement to something. I don't know if this is somebody who's entitled to your energy. I don't know if this is somebody who feels like entitled to something that you have. That's definitely something it feels very loud to me with this 10 of Cups. It feels super loud. Like, I feel like somebody feels entitled to something you have or something that you've acquired, which again brings me back to what I was originally saying, was that I don't plug people in that way. Like, I'll teach you, I'll show you, I'll give you resources, all the things. But like, if I'm eating somewhere, not literally, but like if I'm working somewhere and I know they hiring in my job, I'm not plugging nobody in. Period. I don't care if it's a sister, I don't care if it's my mother, I don't care if it's my daughter. I'm not plugging you in, because things get messy real quick when you do shit like that. When you live with somebody or when you work with somebody, things get real messy. And if it's somebody you love, you don't want to do that. Or if it has to do with like your money, you don't want to do that. I always tell people, be careful living with your friends or family members, like roommating. Be careful doing that. Always think a million times before doing that. I would not recommend doing that. And always think twice before starting a business with somebody or going into business with somebody or working with somebody. It's the two things I can't. I won't. I won't do it. Now, will I plug somebody in if I know somewhere that's hiring that I don't work at, that I know somewhere that's hiring and I know somebody who's looking for a job? Of course. Like, I'm all the way with it. If my job, I wouldn't do it. Like, even with me, if I was big enough to where I was seeing 100, needed to see 2,000 people a fucking week and I needed like an assistant or something, I would not put somebody, like I wouldn't have Izzy doing it for me, or I wouldn't have like my sister doing it for me. Because I know some people operate, I guess that's why I'm tapping into this, because I know some people, a lot of people operate from like keeping it in the family. That shit gets real messy fast. Fast, bro. Fast. And I just, for me personally, it's not my cup of tea. I wouldn't do it. I would hire somebody random, somebody who's a stranger, somebody who has credentials for certain things. Like, I would hire them before I would hire even my own kid, because I don't, you do your thing. This is my thing. And I don't want to intertwine it. Like, you want me to put you on, you want me to show you, you want me to teach you certain things, cool. But I'm not going to put you in a position where we have to work together, because it may look good in the beginning, but then at a certain point, it's going to be bad. And I don't want that to happen. You feel me? That may be specific to somebody. Somebody may be thinking about doing something with a sibling, putting their sibling onto something, but something that they're specifically doing. And especially be careful if it's somebody that you've already had a falling out with, or if it's somebody that things were already, like, if I hear people all the time talk about, oh, my best friend, but we fell out, or we'll go through periods of time where we don't talk because we had a falling out. In my book, I'm not saying this is the right thing. The way that I look at it, I could never call somebody my best friend knowing that I've fallen out with them before. The way that I operate, I probably won't even be your friend again if we fell out. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know how I move. I know where my integrity is at. And I'm not a shady person. So if we fell out, it's because of some shit you did. It's not because of some shit I did. And so I'm so confident in that I wouldn't even revisit that. Let alone call somebody like, oh, my best friend. Like, when people be like, oh, we fight like sisters. Yeah? Okay. I can't do it. Like, I'm not. And the disrespect shit, I don't know why this is, I mean, I guess the 10 of cups, right? Because the disrespect thing too is real big in my book. Like, there's no way. I don't care if you my sister. I don't even care if you're my daughter. Ask my daughter. She would tell you. I don't care who you are. You could be my father. If you disrespect me, if you call me out my name, right? Like, we're not revisiting this. If you're going to treat me because you're angry like some bitch on the street, you're going to forever be a random bitch on the street to me, in my eyes and in my heart. And that's the way I'm going to treat you. I don't give a fuck who you are. Especially, I'm like this because I'm not this way with people. Especially the people that I love, that I respect, that I consider family. If I'm beefing with one of my cousins that are like my sisters, we grew up together, I'm beefing with you and we're going back and forth and I'm telling you, like, you know, where you're wrong or what I think I did wrong or whatever the case is, but I'm not violating you in a way where I'm disrespecting you, calling you out your name. I may not shut the fuck up, and I'm gonna be cursing because I curse, but I'm not gonna be cursing at you. You feel me? I'm not gonna be saying, oh, you're a dumb bitch, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't operate that way. And so there's somebody here who's either making excuses for somebody because of this, because of the family thing, because of the way they're showing me the 10 of cups. I also feel like somebody may be, I low-key want to say inspired. When I heard inspired, I thought to myself, that's kind of dramatic. But I don't think it is. I think it's very appropriate for this message because I feel like you do inspire somebody. Like, somebody has been struggling with something that you do just because it's in your character. There's something that you possess, there's something that you do, there's a way that you operate that someone has watched you or listened to you or learned from you or resonated with you because of this thing that you do, and they're genuinely inspired. Like I'm trying to be on that level. Like this bitch cut off her own father for 3 years, my nigga. Like I'm trying to do that because my father be on one. I don't know how to walk away from my father. But somebody's inspired by something that is just because I feel like it's just in your disposition. This isn't even something that you're trying to do. But this also goes back to the message when we were talking about somebody being influenced, right? When I think who was it that got the I fantasize? The Queen of Swords got the I fantasize about you. And I was saying that you're doing something that's natural to you. It's just the way you are, how you believe things to be, and you know, the way you see things or whatever the case is, and someone's looking at it and they are at the very least intrigued. Because I feel like intrigue just doesn't give this enough spice. Like I feel like it's more than just being intrigued at this point. I don't know. Let's move on. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. See that? Somebody has been left in charge of something. In charge of an inheritance, in charge of a family, in charge of a business. It has to do with other people though, because if you look at the 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups typically speaks of wish fulfillment, but in this 9 of Cups, everybody is going to someone specific. And everybody is dressed like regular shading clothes, and then the person at the top is dressed in a red cloak, like a red blanket thing, a red thing on the head. Somebody's like, I didn't ask for this position, but I think your integrity puts you on that pedestal. So somebody, whoever, this is specific, whoever is feeling like I'm in charge of the siblings, I'm in charge of this, I'm in charge of that, but like I didn't ask for this responsibility. Maybe not physically, but energetically, this was fated. Like this was going to happen regardless because of how you are, how you move, your disposition. I keep talking about someone's disposition has gotten them to where they are. That's why when I was saying somebody's trying to mimic something that you've done or something that you're doing, they're never going to be able to do it. And it's not that they're not going to be able to do it because they can't do it. It's because they're not going to be able to do it because they're trying to do it how you did it. I was just talking about this. I realize all the mistakes I've made. There could be multiple people coming to you for forgiveness. Something you said was going to happen, and the family, I'm doing the quotes for any of y'all who got me in the headphones, the family members, the relatives, because big difference between the two, in case you didn't know. People at work, your children, your friend group. You said something. You called it. You called it. Excuse me. Somebody's like, you called it. And I think they shunned you, or they laughed at you, or they ignored you. They probably went back and forth with you. You know, no, you're bugging. Like all the things. At some point here, they're going to turn around and be like, yo, you was right. I realized all the mistakes I've made. Somebody's telling you, like, you were right. You called it. I really do care, even though I don't show it. If this is romantic, I don't see this meaning as much as you anticipated that it would. I'm like, did I say that right? I did. If this is romantic, this is like an ex from like 10 years ago or however long ago, admitting to you, yo, you was right. You was right. And I do care about you. I've always cared about you. I've always loved you. Blah, 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 blah. That blah, 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 blah is very relevant here. Because I feel like whatever someone has to say now is irrelevant. The thing is, I think that it's irrelevant today. You no longer give a fuck today. The thing is that last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago, whenever this was transpiring, I think this was something that really affected you. Because I feel like this person is bringing this to you. And I think maybe because it's their ego. Because somebody really is making me feel like it's important for you to know this. And either they're feeling like it's important for you to understand this and know this. Because they realize how much they affected you. The way that they operated. The way that they left. The way that whatever. Right? The thing is, I just feel like collective is like, bro, it's not that serious. I feel a little bit like it was that serious when it was happening. The thing is, I don't know if whoever's bringing this, I don't know if it's because their ego got them feeling like they were so important in your life. Or if it's genuinely because they remember what it was like for you when this happened. And I really care, even though I don't show it, makes me lean toward that. Because it almost comes off as like, when it was happening, when things were hitting the fan, they did see how much you were affected. They did see how much it took from you. They did see how much it depleted you. They did see how much it changed you. They just didn't act like it was important to them, or they didn't act like it was relevant, or like they even noticed. But they did see it. So now that they're bringing it to you now, I just feel like it doesn't matter for you now. Or for some of you, it does still matter. For some of you, this could be like a parent. This don't even have to be romantic. Someone's going to apologize to you. Be careful. Because I don't know if it's their ego that got them feeling like they were that important to affect you. Or if it's your ego that got you feeling like, bitch, you wasn't that important. But it was. The situation, maybe they weren't, but the situation was. Maybe a little bit of both. Be careful there. If somebody comes to you with an apology, no matter how long ago it was or whatever, how irrelevant you may feel like it is now, be mindful of that. Don't let the ego, don't operate from your ego with that one. Because it feels like it could be misconstrued easily. That's how this feels. Oh, that's how this feels. 5 of Wands, the next card out. I don't know what. Be careful with this energy. So I got the 5 of. Did I show you? I think I did. The 5 of Wands, right? That's this one. And then I've been manifesting you. Someone's been telling themselves, this is going to go wrong. 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 What you're doing is manifesting for it to go wrong. Be careful how you speak. I also was saying earlier, somebody wants to reach out and their ego is telling them, don't do it. It's going to go left. This message can apply to that. It couldn't be something totally different. It is going to be different for everybody, right? The point is that there's something that you are manifesting. But you don't manifest something. Be careful not to manifest something out of desperation. Because the 5 of Wands is conflict. Don't just try to manifest any way out of something. Because devil energy is going to feel that. It's like, especially when you're in desperation, yo, devil energy has like a fucking 6th sense for shit like this. This is not don't manifest something out of desperation. That's the message there. Because I could go on 10 tangents just with this alone. Just comments. You're not coming outside. Don't manifest something out of desperation. Period. Pooh. Period. Matter of fact, you're gonna 8 of Swords. I'm afraid that I lost you forever, and I don't want to be toxic anymore. With the Eight of Swords, at some point here, where was it? We got a message, and because it kind of is jiving me again. Hold on, where is it at? I want to treat you the way you deserve. What this, I forgot which one this one came out with, and I fucked up the cards, so I don't remember. But when this one came out, it very much gives me the energy of like, I don't, because I was saying when this one came out, I was saying, I want to treat you how you deserve, so what's stopping you from doing that? You want to treat me this way, so what's stopping you from treating me that way? Because when you say you want to do something, that would imply that you're not already doing it. Right? Okay. So now fast forward to this Eight of Swords. I'm afraid that I lost you forever and I don't want to be toxic anymore. So you don't want to be toxic anymore because you know that being toxic is what made you lose me? Or are you going to pretend not to be toxic anymore so that you won't lose me? But the minute you realize you haven't lost me, about 3.5 months in, when you realize I'm locked in with you again, that's when you're going to be back to your old self because you're wearing a mask. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This coming out with the Eight of Swords. Are we in retrograde? Where's my astrologer? My fucking comments are off, so I can't see what y'all saying or if y'all saying anything. But my girl Shayna, is we in retrograde or is we in retrograde? Because this is very much giving. Be very careful with the energy you let back into your space, collective. Whether these are your parents, whether these are ex-lovers, a lover, whatever. This right here, somebody, because the first card was, I don't want to be toxic anymore. That was the first one that I saw. I'm afraid that I lost you forever was the second one. But which one came first for real? Don't let somebody gaslight you, because that's what this is. And I started the reading by reminding y'all that in the last few weeks we've been talking about this. When people are disingenuous, when they are selfish, when they have a motive, when they are 730, if you're from New York, you know what that means. When they have ill will, ill intent toward you, no regard, they have to wear a mask to be able to infiltrate, to be able to be in your life, to be able to be in your space. They have to wear the mask. Because that's what cowards do. That's how cowards move. I've told y'all before on this platform, my father used to always tell me, a real G, a real player, isn't a man who has multiple women and is lying to all of them in order to juggle multiple women. That's not a G. That's not a player for real. A player, a G for real, is somebody who got multiple, and they don't got, if that's what they want, they have multiple, but they don't got to lie to any of them. And they all know the truth, and they all still there, and they all still willing to participate. That's a G for real. When he used to tell me that, I understood, even because I was young. My father was a Libra Scorpio cusp, okay? So the guy was like, had all the important screws was loose. I appreciate it now as an adult, but like, he used to tell me this, and I knew really early on that he was literally giving me it as like a metaphor. I was a teenager. And so I think for him, he felt like the only way this message could resonate for her right now at this point is if I make it about boys, how boys operate. Because, you know, teenage girls, boy crazy. Not that I ever was. But I think in his mind, the way he could get it across for me was that way. And I guess it worked, right? Because even though I wasn't boy crazy and I didn't actually apply it. I mean, it works when you're talking about men too, right? As a woman. But for me, I always took that as like a in general thing. So not just, and I think this is also too why for me, liars trigger me so much. Because it's like if you lying to me about something, it's because you're afraid of something. And if you're lying to me about your actions, you're afraid of the consequences that come with them actions. Somebody who's genuine, somebody who's real, somebody who's raw, they're not going to be doing questionable shit that could cost them everything they love. Whether this is romantic or not, right? And so I'm saying all of that because whoever this particular energy is, or whatever it is, something's trying to get back in. First of all, for them to try to get back in would imply that you already removed them. You already took the garbage out. So do you go outside after garbage day and see what's left behind from sanitation and bring back inside whatever's outside? No. So why the fuck would you let somebody in after you have already discarded them? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Like, I don't know how else to explain this. Because this is somebody trying to hit you with the okie doke. I'm gonna change. I'm never gonna do that again. I learned my lesson. La, 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 la. Don't get me wrong, collective. Can people change? Absolutely. Like, I would be the biggest hypocrite. And people who say shit like this are the biggest hypocrites. When you say it's not possible, a cheater always is gonna be a cheater. If you've ever said that, go revisit that. I don't believe that. I believe people can be reformed. I believe people can change. I believe people can learn lessons. If I didn't believe those things would also not be true for me. You understand? So me knowing who I was 20 years ago and who I am today, me knowing who I was 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and who I am today, I can't sit here and say and preach to y'all that reform is not possible, that change is not possible. Can people change? Yes. Is this the energy of somebody who has changed? No. This is where discernment comes in. Can people change? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Your discernment, and the way you allow people to deal with you and the way you're dealing with people will tell you if these particular people have changed or not. Because two things can be true at the same time. Just because people can and they do have what it takes to change, there are certain people who don't ever change. There's a lot of people walking around claiming that they're different, that they've changed, that they've grown, that they've learned, that they've this, that they've that, right? These are the people that can't last past 5 months in the same frequency as you. Your discernment will tell you this early on. This triggered me. I can't even lie to you. And you know what's funny is the minute I saw I don't want to be toxic anymore, that shit took me. I don't know how many of y'all ever seen the meme, but when I know my hair is long now because the bitch got the weave popping. I'm in the bust down season right now. When my hair was actually this long, right? And so back then, people used to always send me the meme of the girl. It was a stick figure, and it's a girl who literally tied her whole fucking hair around the fucking fan. And the thing said, like, I'm so over it, about to go for a fucking spin or something like that. So people, if I go in my inbox, like if I go deep enough on Instagram, people always send me like the GIFs of that or the meme. And they always tell me like, or they used to tell me like, this reminds me of you when something fucking pisses you off, like you be ready to go like send yourself through a window type shit. I don't know why that shit just showed me that fucking meme again. I haven't seen that. People haven't sent that to me in a long time. I shaved my head like 4 years ago. So I haven't had long hair in a long time. But that meme and because this just triggered the fuck out of me. Like I'm about to go take myself for a spin if my cap wouldn't fly off. You feel me? I digress. Triggered. And it's crazy because I was just saying this in the beginning. Something else came out. I don't remember what it was. Something else came out on the table. And I was talking about how I was reminding the collective. I don't care how long. Like if even the people, the other day somebody sent me a video. And it's funny because I was going to repost it. And when I went to repost it, however the creator has their settings, it didn't allow me to repost. And I actually had a second where I was like, I'm gonna screen record this shit and share it on my platform because I got some shit to say, right? I didn't agree with what she was saying in the video, which is why I was gonna repost it, because I was gonna type like my own shit aside from it. And as soon as I thought of that, like screen recording, I said, that's too much fucking work, whatever. When I X'd out of the app, I literally said to myself, it'll come up again. There's a reason why this got brought up. And if the reason wasn't for me to repost it and talk my shit, it's going to come up again. And it's fucking coming up in this reading. This was like 3 days ago that this happened, by the way. So there was a video on Instagram of this girl. Somebody sent it to me. Of the girl saying, don't ever trust the mother of a toxic ass man because she's the first one to enable him. Right? And then so she goes on a whole spiel. This is coming from somebody who was 10 years with someone. I showed this mom receipts of police reports, domestic violence, pictures, blah, 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 for 10 years. Yo, the video was like almost fucking 10 minutes long, right? And while I agree that when a man is super toxic, their family, their mother, their father, their uncle, their brother, the grandmother, the dog, the cat, they all toxic. I agree. Where she lost me was when she said, this is coming from someone who did it for 10 years. He was the problem. He was the issue. I kept trying to tell her, he. So for 10 years, fam, it was just a mom enabling him. You wasn't playing a part in enabling him since you stood with him for 10 years? No? Because in the comments, all there was women agreeing with her. Oh, I was there for 20. Oh, I was there for 30. Oh, I was there for 10. I was there for 5. Girl, I was there for 4 months. Blah, blah, blah. However long, right? The thing is that women, when you lose me as a woman, because this is why women always be like, oh, you're not a girl's girl. I'm not. I'm not. I never said I was a girl's girl. Because when y'all wrong, y'all don't like that shit. Y'all especially don't like when people call y'all out. And that's the shit I can't get with that shit. When I'm wrong, I want you to tell me, yo, you had me fucked up here because this and this and that. Teach me. Don't leave me in my ignorance. And if I fuck with you and I love you, I'm not going to leave you in yours. If you want to stay there, if that's where you're comfortable, I'm going to all the way leave you there and I'm not fucking with you no more. When she said, I stood for 10 years, and for 10 years I was showing the mom, and for 10 years the bitch was enabling, and blah, 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 and for 10 years. So at no point did it ever occur to you that in those 10 years you were also enabling him? And not just enabling his behavior. In ways that we're not going to name here because we'll be here for another 3 hours in this live. In ways you were worse than not only the mom, but him. Because not only did you stay, you kept complaining about the same thing. Every time you got the same response, every time you were being led into, tempted into the same behaviors, the same reactive behaviors, you kept taking the bait. So one would argue that you might actually be worse than him and his mommy. No? I think we're going to end the reading here because when I tell y'all, I'm genuinely concerned. This is not even part of the reading. This is me, my thoughts. I'm genuinely concerned, right? I don't know if I'm going to trigger something in someone. And I hope, like, you've been there for 20 years and you sick and tired of being sick and tired and you hearing me talk about it for the last 2 months and you ready to walk the fuck away and you about to be in your biggest bag ever. I genuinely hope it's something along those lines because I'm genuinely curious and kind of a little bit concerned as to why the fuck this keeps coming up for me for the last, I don't know how many months, like heavily. Like Spirit has had it on me where women that I've known for a long time in my personal life, women that I've done the coaching calls for many years, now certain things are coming out. There's so many ways that this is coming and showing itself that I even question, like, what did I do this? Am I, like, where am I? I feel like I'm missing something because the way Spirit been triggering me, with this nonsense, because that's essentially what it feels like to me. Like, and I think that's what it is too. Is like, you know how many years women waste? And I can't speak for men because I'm not a man. But you know how many years women waste after already wasting mad years with these people, with these partners? Because it's also be women and like lesbian partners and shit too. It's not just men. But women who come out of situations like this and then go on tangents and think that part of their healing is bashing the people, the men and the women that they themselves stood with. I don't believe that that's part of your healing. I believe that that's stifling your healing. I believe that the more time you spend blaming them, their mothers, their daughters, their cats, their brothers, their sisters, their friends, for enabling, the more you spend passing the mirror around to everybody else, you're deflecting. You're not even, bro. And the fact that the conversation keeps coming up, because what the holy fuck is going on here? When I tell y'all that in the last few months I've had women that I've adored for years play in my face with this energy. And I know it's spirit. Like, I know it's spirit literally, like, showing me. All these years I've been telling you everybody can't go. Everybody can't fit in the boat. Everybody can't go. It's been women that I thought was important, that I put on pedestals in my personal life, that I've had to literally, like, cut ties with. Cold turkey. Because stop. Why are you playing still? And I take it so personal too, because I've done so much work. Because I'm not sitting here saying I'm better. I've never done it. I'm sitting here saying I've done it. I've done it. And so I've done it, and I see what I've not done is be blind to my own shit. That's what I've not done. And that's where the disconnect comes in for me. I'm not saying that you're dumb because you stood for 20 years. You are. You stood 20 years, you're stupid. I stood 5 years, I was stupid. What takes me away, what makes me lose it, is when you have that blind spot of, I stood for 10 years, and he, she, they, but there's no me. That's the part where you lose me. The accountability being missed is where you lose me. The way this triggers me, bro, is really not safe. It's not safe. Because I be ready to go to war behind this shit. And the shit that pisses me off the most is it's not helping the healing. This is not conducive to your healing. This is stifling. This is making it stagnant. This is stopping. This is slowing down. This is avoiding. You're not healing by doing this. Yo, it's gotten to the point, collective, that I know certain females that I've unfollowed even on social media. And I don't even be on social media like that. But when I am scrolling, and I notice that certain ones of my homegirls or women that I know that constantly post, oh, toxic men, toxic, oh, dating is trash because men. Bro, I'm unfollowing all of y'all. Because these men, they're not even like that for real. They're not built like that for real. If they dancing all over you, spitting all over you, it's because you're allowing that shit to happen. So before we make all these memes and all these TikToks and all these videos about all the things that men are coming short of, when the fuck we gonna start looking at where we're lacking? Because that's the conversation. Like, all these podcasts that are happening, oh, 50-50, oh, women in their masculine, men in their fem. Where the fuck we're gonna be accountable? Where? I need to stop doing this, bro. I need to stop doing this, because the way my blood pressure, I'm about to go take a pill, and I don't even got high blood pressure pills.
Hey
Where
guys,
you going?
to the mall.
With? Where you going?
My friend.
Like your shorty?
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
Liz.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
It's too cold. I was about to say we
Smell
gotta do
me.
that thing. I smell you. I smelled you when you came out. That's why I'm like,
because I need to get perfume because I don't have any.
Is that your way of telling me you're going to bed, Bath and Body, and Back and Body Hurts?
Back and Body Hurts reminds me of Delilah.
Don't say names. Is that? Oh, so
Yes,
really
ma'am.
quick. Hold on 1 second, guys.
That's what I'm going to the mall for.
To get the stuff.
I ordered jeans from Shein and they're coming in like a couple days and they're so cute. They're like really baggy jeans. And I'm gonna wear my Air Forces.
Blue jeans?
Yeah.
I have like 3 pairs of baggy blue jeans.
I don't like the way, cause your baggy jeans are like mom jeans. I don't really like mom jeans.
They're boy jeans.
No, like
You want the jeans to be baggy, but still show your ass.
no, like baggy, like
They
and
are baggy.
I like low waisted. I don't really like anything above my belly button.
You was not with me the day I put this weave on. I had baggy jeans on.
No, not like that. I don't know how to explain it.
All right, so you order pants. What else?
So I ordered pants. I ordered a shirt and a tie, like, cause you know she.
So
has,
you're gonna
like,
put
pink
together the
tie.
costume.
Yeah.
Okay, that's smart.
But my only thing is that, like, Shein was saying.
I'm like, what's your only thing? Because I feel like that means you need money.
No,
Nah.
that Shein was saying it was gonna come on the 30th.
That's
and then
dumb.
it changed and it said November 3rd. So I
So
don't know if it's
cancel
gonna
it.
come.
What was that for?
The shirt and the tie.
So cancel it and go get the shirt and the tie.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah, cancel it. Don't even wait for it, cause
If I cancel it, would the money go back to my account?
It's-
If it wasn't that much.
it
but
should.
It's like,
it should.
okay.
I don't care even if it was $1. You probably could find it in. There's a rainbows in the mall.
There isn't anymore. They took it out.
What the fuck?
They replaced it with another American Eagle because they made the American Eagle that was already there into something else. I don't know.
Go to Primark.
Yeah.
Primark probably has.
I just want to say that I'm leaving like now.
So I'll text you. Wait, but they're gonna meet you?
Mhm.
Can you run to the store for me?
What do you want? Oh, it's your You don't have juice?
Don't say it loud.
You do have juice.
I don't.
I'm not supposed to be drinking juice, but you know.
Yeah, she's definitely not. I'm gonna give her a whole container.
You not my mother. Anywho. The way this just triggered me, bro. I don't know.
You do have juice.
I'm gonna talk to you in 1 second because I'm about to end this. I gotta go. What time is it anyway? Oh shit, 4:30. Diablo. Anyway. This, I don't even know how we got to where we got to in this one. I don't. Either way, I love you guys wholeheartedly. If you forgot to hit the like button on your way in, please hit it on your way out. Be aware of the retrogrades. Something's going on here. I don't know. Either way, I fuck with y'all. I love you guys. We'll be live tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday. We'll be live tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go live around our regular, like between 11 and 1. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go live at that time because I have some shit that I gotta do tomorrow. Either way, we'll be live tomorrow. I'll try to put the link up at least an hour in advance. Yeah, members, you guys have a reading that should have been posted already. If it's not, I'll post it now. I'll double check right now. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one, darling. In the next one.